Speaking of making democracy better, the October releases. Sure, that's your segue, YouTube. First up, we had reviewing reviews of the top 10 highest rated movies of all time. According to IMDb, back in July I filmed that. That was with a special guest, Suri. It was so good that Suri got to review reviews. I think that was a bit of an experimental one, because that one, again, like the Halloween episode, was... I made it up as I went along. Like, I was like, alright, well, I have this vague thing in the back of my mind that had a light bulb moment as soon as I started recording. It was like, wouldn't it be fun if I got Suri to read some of these? And Suri came in and they read a whole bunch of them and they gave their opinion on it. Even though they're an AI, they gave their opinion on these reviews.
Michael is now established as the godfather of the Corleone crime family. With great power comes great adversaries, and Michael soon learns that his life is in danger. A bold attempt hurls him into a personal vendetta, and what lies ahead reveals some home truths. Enter the backstory of his father Vito Corleone, as he rose to prominence from an orphaned boy hightailed from Sicily and thrown into a quarantine status at the New York harbor. Vito, played chillingly by De Niro, is a quiet family man with family.
Next up, I did the aforementioned I played Mario Kart and hosted a radio show at the same time. Speaking of stress, that video was stressful. I didn't know how to apparently do headline roundup, which is where I take 5 headlines from around the world and read them out in rapid fire succession, and play Rainbow Road at the same time, which is the Mario game's hardest course.
Next headline. Oh my gosh, I just got bombed. Next headline, Massachusetts man dies of overdosing on black licorice.
But it was once I got that working, it was a fun video to put together. Speaking of exposure pieces, next up we had I React to My Old Podcast, which was me reacting to the pilot episode of the Generic Live Show. So, and if you've never listened to the Generic Live Show, that's a good starting point as well. It was a very interesting experience. I have evolved, I have changed, I have gotten better, and that's not me tooting my own horn, I mean, it is. I was trying to be like, no, that's not me tooting my horn. Yeah, it is.
They come up with a plan and then they go, oh, it's going bad. Let's turn this thing about. I just said, oh well. You know what I mean.
Dale,
anyway, this show is meant to be PG.
Dale, editing this, please. Yeah. Next up, we had We Cook Weekend Barbecue favorites, but only using an electric kettle. That was with my partner Eden. That video was, again, a high risk, high reward video. October, man, high risk, high reward. But that was so much fun to put together. It was speaking of long production days, that went on for 5.5 hours, and then we shot Whipped Coffee, which is coming out soon in November afterwards, and it was something to behold. Like, my expectations for that video was the fact that we were going to get at least one failure, and the most failure we really got was the fact that the pasta salad was a bit okay. That if that's the worst that could happen, is the fact that a thing tasted a little bit because of taste preferences, then I think we're doing okay.
A little spicy.
It's very
Maybe a little undercooked.
It's slightly, I mean. And then to round off the month, it was the Halloween episode. I do my first ever Halloween drag transformation. Again, like I said at the top of the show, I want to thank everyone for their support on that one. That one had a lot of firsts in it. It was kind of improv'd, and there's a lot of one-liners in there that are really good. And if you haven't checked that out, please do go check it out. It is worth a watch, even if you do watch it for the reveal. Like, it is such a good video. And I'm glad that it turned out as well as it did. Ooh, that kind of works, honestly. Like, hello? Like, what? Like, I have the smallest eyelids in human history, apparently. Like, hello? I am so happy with the way this look sort of turned out. I don't like the eyes or the nails, but hey, you know, you win some, you lose some.